we have now. We're streaming, but we weren't live.
Right.
Now we're streaming and live.
It's always useful.
But now you have to watch what you're saying.
I still can't find me live. The screen of my iPad's disgustingly dirty. Come on. You can do it.
Let's be live. Shaz has joined us.
Happening now. Well, happening where? Oh yeah, there. There we are. There I am. Hi Shaz. Thanks for joining. I just turned my volume down. Is that? Yeah, that's it. Okay, right. Sorted, settled. Off we go. I'm a bit behind times today because I had a doctor's appointment at, I don't know when, 4 o'clock or something like that. Went on for about an hour and we live about half an hour away from the doctor's surgery. So it's been a bit of a rush around really. And what I'm about to demo, hi Paula, hi Caroline, I've never done before. So I don't know too much about it. I have watched a lady called Pam at the Paper Outpost do this. Hers turned out really nicely. So let's see if we can do something similar. Right, so what I want is 2 sheets of paper. This is for our BoHo journal. You may remember our BoHo journal. It's been on the go for quite a long time. I'll just give you a really quick run through what we've got so far. Remember, it's going to be a journal on like a folder, you know, rings. On rings. Yeah, I have the rings here. Yeah, these rings that snap open, so you can take pages out should you wish to, put them in your handbag and whatever. This was page 1 with a little notebook there. Opens up. Dreamcatcher, Dingle Dangle. That's the back of that page. Not sure if you watched me do that. I might have done that myself. This is page 2 with this envelope. It's got paper inside, a couple of journaling cards. This gypsy image is done to death now, but I do like her, so she's in there. And this really ornate pocket lace and trim and whatever. It's page 2. Oh, that's the back of page 2. Yeah, I think I definitely did a video for that. So yeah, that's up on YouTube. Page 3. Look at that braid. It's just so lovely. This has got notebooks in it and journaling cards, and it's, as they say, stuffed. And this is the back of it. Really nice pocket and a big journaling card in there. So, and bling. Bling, 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 bling. Blinged up that page. And this page, which I've just been sort of working on quietly away to myself. It's got this lovely tone edge pocket here. I really like tone edge pockets. And these little tags are actually sari silk that are stuck on. I backed with tea-dyed paper and I zigzagged all the way around with the machine because I was afraid that the sari silk would fray. So there's 2 of those. There's 2 of these ones with silk as well. And then 2 big tags at the back. One's that lovely gold sari silk, and this is like glitter card. So they all fit into various pockets which have got bling on the edge of them. And then this is the last page that I've done, which is a flip out. This, I don't know if you can see this very clearly on there, but it's actually, let me see if I can find another little bit of it. Yeah, here. This is what it is. I'll show you on there and then you can see it. It's a snippet roll. You know, every time when I cut a bit off, and I say, oh, pop it in the snippet box. Well, I keep doing that. I keep popping things in my snippet box. This is my snippet box, looking rather full at the moment, actually. But it's got all sorts of everything in it. Sari silk, lace, you name it, it's in there. And when it gets that full, Then you take it to the sewing machine with a bit of card on the back, and you just keep putting snippets down and sewing over them. So you end up with this really, really pretty snippet roll. And so I've stuck that down that side. It's got a little aged, it's got an elephant there. It's gone quite Indian, this page. This lovely, this was just a plain brown envelope when I started, and it's just really pretty now. I don't know if you're getting that sort of dazzle off it, but it's really nice. Little picture of Frida Kahlo, surely the ultimate bohemian, with some stickly things around there, and it's got some writing paper inside, and it fits in there just. There's two tags, silk one and a one you've watched me make, and it opens up, and this says Gypsy Soul, and it's just beautiful. It's got some fabric and lace stuck behind it. Actually, the paper itself is really nice. Another bit of a snippet roll down there with some bling on it, and then it opens out all the way like that. Two big tags here with sari silk on the top. In these pockets there is journaling space on the back here, and this is a notebook, which actually it's just full of lots of writing paper. You could write a novel in there, and it detaches, it comes out if you want it to. So that's that page. So it's time to start on a new page. Let's put all these somewhere. It's getting a bit thick, this now, considering really there's only four leaves on it, but it's quite fat and chunky and full of interesting goodies. Right, can I just take this opportunity to say, if you possibly can, hi Ziggy, you've been stressed. Well, I'm glad you're here now. Hopefully we can de-stress you. If you possibly can, please could you share this to anybody that you think might be interested in seeing it. You know, don't upset anyone by sharing it to places where they won't want to see it. But if you can share it, that's great. And if you're popping over to YouTube, hello, to see any of the videos that I've put on there about the BoHo Journal or any of the other ones, if you could subscribe when you're there, that would be fantastic. Thank you very much. Right, let's get on to what we're doing today. And as I said, this is an idea that I got from Pam at the Paper Outpost. She's always worth watching. She's hysterical, that woman. She's got a pet parrot that comes into play quite often. So I could do these stacking pockets in two different colours, or I could use a pattern paper and a plain paper. These are just backgrounds I've printed from the internet. That one is so beautiful, but it's not actually any good for what we want today because we're going to be forming a tube with it. So that one, this one, I'd like to use that, but it doesn't really go with these, so I might use that one, I think. So I'll use this one, and I'll use the blue. Let's do it. Let's be a devil. Okay, so I've got them both, they're both A4, and I'm just going to fold them over. Make sure you've got them together. I'm just going to fold them over. Make sure your bottom reaches your bottom, and then you'll be square. That is to say, make sure the bit you're folding over is level with the other bit, and then you'll have a square. Use your bone folder and fold this over just so that it meets like that. And once again, just make sure that you're square. If you're square, you can't go far wrong. Right, so that's that. So my pages are 8 inches, so I don't want my stacking. I'll just show you. It's easier. I'll just show you. So I'm going to cut that about there. Oh, there's a lot of layers here. And then use that to go down here, cutting them all about the same. I'm going to have loads too many here. I have enough to do 2 blinking journals at least. This is not paper, it's kind of card. Thin card, but card. You hear the cat? He always starts when we do a live. I think he just likes the attention. If you wanted to measure this and get, 4 identical ones, please feel free. I just thought it would take too long. Right, so we don't need that. That can go in the card bit box. So while we've got these here and they're together, I'm just going to cut out little thumb marks, thumb pulls, with this circular cutty thing.
All technical tonight.
We're all technical tonight. We're very technical tonight, and I'm not measuring this. Yeah, won't cut it. You're gonna have to do them separately. Yeah, we're all technical tonight. See no reason why not to be. As I say, I've never made these before in my life. I'm hoping they're going to be nice. Okay, we're doing it. It's working. I'm just guessing where these go. Seems as good as anything. They'll be about right. Those of you that know me know that I generally don't. Ooh, got a bit of a chest shelf going on. Those of you that know me know that I tend not to guess things. I'm a bit anal when it comes to measurements. But what the heck, huh? Let's have a night of freedom. Oh, I'm wearing them. This might not work. In which case, why does it want to land on my chest? It's chest fixated. I'm going to move it somewhere, then it won't land on my chest. It jumped up straight onto my chest. Oh, good gracious me. So you do all of these anyway. That's the bottom line. This is what you do. Right, so that's all of those done. Let's de-doodah myself. There we are. Right. Those of you who are particularly vigilant may notice that I have under my cutting board a new cutting board. I thought it would look quite professional, and then I came on tonight without a clue about what's going on. So what's going to happen is these are going to stack on top of each other at a distance that's suitable for our journal. They're going to be glued, obviously. Come on. So they're going to end up looking a bit like that, kind of. Now what I need to do is measure that and see, is that going to fit in my journal? Let's have a look. 7.5. That's blooming perfect, actually. So what I'm going to do is just put a little mark on those, so I know where to glue to. Right, okay, these are the ones. I've got 4 left, which of course would make another stacking thingy. So next thing to do is just to run a bit of glue up there. Now I'm looking at a plethora of choice. Let me just run it past you. I've got Aileen's tacky glue, which I've had every week that you've watched me up until now. Worked a charm. I've got Blue Tack Blue Stick, Yeah, works well. I've got Mod Podge, which is watered down. I've got this, Tracy Bautista's Collage Page, Instant Decoupage. I did try it at the weekend, and I can tell you need a knife to slice it. It's a bit on the thick side.
Aliens.
Yeah, it's Aleen's as well. And this is Aleen's Turbo Tacky. Frankly, my dear, I can't see any difference between it and the ordinary tacky. There might be some. And then this, we've got this, Aleen's Fast Grab Tacky Glue for grabbing hold of items on contact. And yet again, I can't see any difference with it. So I'm going to stick with my blue tack for paper, which is what I always do. And it does the job perfectly. So let's just stick these down. Fold it over. Lovely. Sometimes the simplest ideas are the best, aren't they? Oh, I need to keep these in some sort of order, don't I? Glob of glue. There we are. I'm not sure these are in the right order now. They might not be. Oh well. That's life. There we are. And this last one. If you do the edge that's actually going over, then you don't get any additional tacking, any glue on the other bit. Whereas if you try and do it on the other bit, you end up with a wider bit and you've got glue where you don't want it, etc, etc. Right, next thing I'm going to do is ink up my, well, ink them up, ink all of them up. So I'm using Distress Oxide. I have also got Distress Ink. And it would seem that there's not a great deal of difference between them. I think the difference comes when you add water to them. And this actually oxidizes. So you get a different pattern with it. But that's not what I'm using it for tonight. I'm using it because this is a darker colour. It's Vintage Photo, but it's a new pad. Because I've just had it. Just got it. So I'm just going to slightly sort of distress age these a little bit. You only need to put ink on the bottom one because the others are being tucked in behind. So if that's the bottom one, it's got ink on. See? But these ones, that's just no good. That needs cut out again. It's obviously shifted whilst I was doing it. Perfect. You can't really see the ink too much on this, but it does make an overall difference, so I'm happy to do it. So, I was so thinking I'd never measure it, yeah, I know. I said to Justin earlier, can you tell me the hypotenuse of a triangle if I want it to be 7.5 inches? The other measurements of the triangle, if I want the hypotenuse to be 7.5 inches. I mean, he told me it, yeah, but I'd gone off the whole idea by then, to be honest with you.
4.95 was the answer.
Yeah, 4.95, yeah. I'm really going to measure that. So, yeah, I went off the idea, as you do when it comes to measuring. Right, so we're inked up, we're glued up. So I just need to make sure that this isn't going to be more than, let me just measure these just to be doubly sure. Really am going to have to measure this bit because I don't want them sticking out the top. That measures 8 inches, right. Okay, so let's get these. Have they got marks on? Yeah, they've still got marks on, goodness me. So let's just measure that. What does that measure? It's just over 7. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's beginning to look quite nice actually already, isn't it? Don't you think? What we're going to stick these with, I might use Aileen's Ordinary Original Tacky. Is this right? Am I doing it right? Let me just have a second. Yeah, that's definitely right. The way I had it, not that way. So from that mark up, I want glue. Something like that. Pop it over the other one. Line your edges up as best you can.
Move your head so we can see.
Oh, sorry about the head situation. And this one got marks on it as well. It's incredible. I'm not usually kind of organised. Well, I'm not organised, you know, let's face it. But I did tell you my reason for disorganisation tonight. This one's wider than the others. You know, well, it just is. It's not going to make me feel ill that it's wider than the others. This has got a mark on as well. Quite impressed actually. Get your head out the way. Get your head out the way. Is that level? Does that look level? Maybe needs to go up a little bit. Yeah. Generally, you know, if your eyes see things as kind of level and square, they're all right. That's fine. I think this one's narrower than that one, but I'm all right with it. It's okay. Did I share with you my trick for making sure your glue's always available? Put it in a pot, nose down. Make sure your top's on first, otherwise you'll have a mess. So yeah, I mean, I think that's all right. So then we've now got pockets that we can put things in, but it could come flying out the bottom because we haven't glued the bottom. So we'll just put a little bit of glue along there. Stick that down. Dog's nearly running off with my microphone. Right, so now we need to kind of decorate it up, which is always a nice part. So I could put lace on it. I could do loads of things. Look at this, I've got 4 left, so I can do another one. I could do another one the opposite way around, which would be really nice. Some of these, like that, they're quite long and they go in quite far, but as you see, they come out the other end because there's nothing stopping them, which is fine. That's good. You can get longer things in, but the problem would arise when you've got this glued down and you put that in and you lose it and you can't get it out again. So you need to make sure that you always put a bit of ribbon, lace, whatever onto there, so it's not going to actually disappear into your pocket. Okay, let's decorate them. Decorating's always fun. Let's get my bit box out, see what we've got. Oh, I've got nice white lace there. That's nice. Oh, I do like this white lace. I don't know where I got it and I've run out of it now. But that's really nice, isn't it? It's ended up in my snippets box. It's kind of, this is a good snippet. Quite a bit of it in there. So this is just, you know, let yourself go, have fun, decorate. I've got some nice words actually that I could use. I printed out, actually I put some on some photo paper as well. These are all kind of, you know, gypsy soul and may you touch dragonflies and stars, dance with fairies and talk to the moon. Yeah, frequently. And I also have this that says, she had the soul of a gypsy, the heart of a hippie, the spirit of a fairy, which is really nice and would look nice on there actually. And then I've also got these words, but some of them are a bit heavy duty really. World peace, sustainability, spirituality, transformation, community, organic living, consciousness, expression, compassion, mind expansion, acceptance, exploration, and then down at the bottom we've got music, poetry and love, which I quite like. I quite like those. And I like this that it says think hippie thoughts. I just like that. But I don't think this is kind of the place for that. Although I might put one of these words along there. Yeah, I'm going to cut it out with my deckle-edged scissors. Because I don't want it looking too straight. Wow, it's quite tight between peace and love. No, poetry and love. I think I'll be all right. Come on. Just chop that off there. I think that would go on there quite nicely. Love. Yeah. I'm going to brown it up. Do I want anything behind that? It's a question, a good question in fact. Do I want anything behind that before I put that on? That's quite a nice little bit of fluff, isn't it? Bit of something and nothing. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I think that's all it needs. Let's just cut it off. It's got a sort of seam bit there, a bit of folded over and glued for some reason. So I'm just going to stick that down there and then stick my word on. I like that. I'm just going to ink up my little word. This is where you get ink all over your fingers. And you can recognise other junk journalists. Ah, ink all over your fingers. Okay, nice.
Not to be confused with heavy smokers, of course.
No, not to be confused with heavy smokers, they're different. Right, what am I going to stick that on there with then? Oh, forgot to tell you when I was walking you through my adhesives. Look, snails, glue snails. I've never used these before. I guess some of you that may have used, may have made cards, etc. in the past have possibly used these glue snails. I never have, and they're an absolute revelation. The Aleen's as well. I'm having a bit of a pash on Aleen, to be honest. But they're really great. You can stick fabric down and stuff, and you don't get it oozing through your fabric. And I mean, you know, who wants oozy fabric? Nobody, because it stains and it's horrible. I did manage to wreck one today, and I think I might just have done the same thing again. Get on there. Right, so let's see if this. Oh yes, look at that. It's so clean, and your fingers don't get gluey and stuff. It's lovely. Just stick another bit there. No, I think that would just be overkill. So let's put our word there. And it says love. That's really nice, isn't it? Love, like that. Really good for our boho. Where, there we are. Can you see that? Yeah, of course you can see it. Don't keep asking me if I can see it. So there we are. That is glittery, that fabric behind the word. Right, then. Hello, what should we do? I could do the same sort of thing there, but that's kind of predictable, isn't it? And we don't want to be predictable. I don't know if any of you or all of you, the junk journalists amongst you will most definitely know about this stuff, but the rest of you need to know about it. It's stuff called, well, it's called sari silk. You know, if you're looking to buy it, I guess it's sari silk remnants. And this is it. This is what it looks like when you get it. Well, this is a kind of big package. I've also got a package of cream somewhere. Is there another brown bag like this somewhere? I had it just before. Oh yeah, there it is. It's attached to something else. Yeah, so this is a bag of cream, which is really useful because of course you can use it on any colourway that you like. But this is also useful for us. And it's great for making the little rings in the pull things on tags like these. This is sari silk. It looks lovely and it's so in keeping with the boho vibe. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll find a bit of sari silk for here. It's hard to say what colour really. I want some. How about red? I don't often use red. What colour's my word? Oh, my word's red. I could use pink. Don't often use that. Yeah, let's use a bit of pink. And if you follow it through, you'll find that there's generally a knot in it somewhere. So where it's been joined, just cut the knot out. Oh, that should have gone in my bit box. And I only want a teeny tiny bit, just to stick that under the word, really. So I'll pop this back in here. I bought mine from Etsy, from a lady called Sue's Country Creations, who's in Kendal in the Lake District. And she was super fast with a delivery. I'm putting them in there, but they don't really belong in there. And then what you do, because of course you don't want to waste the slightest, tiniest little thing, you open it up and then you cut down it, down the long way, then you rip it. I can't rip it because it's too small to let me rip. But if you're using a decent sized bit, instead of this tiddly bit, you just rip it and then you get all frayed, extra frayed edges. So yeah, that's what you do, and that saves you, well, next to nothing, but it makes you feel better. So that's that. So I'm going to put that there. Yeah, I think that looks nice. I might put the other bit on as well. No. Overkill. So just open that up. Stick it on. There we are. Look at that. It's really nice stuff. You need, I can't help feeling that you need sari silk in your life. It's one of those things, you know. Everybody needs a Justin. You can't all have him because it's mine. But failing that, you need sari silk.
I might make comments up on here, so you have to check for yourself.
Hi Sarah, I have a snail. Well, there you go. Paula's got a snail. That was supposed to be two separate comments. Yeah. Right, so let's cut. Should we cut poetry or music? I'd go for music, actually. And these other words, I don't I'm not anticipating using them particularly. I think like world peace, yeah, we all want it, of course we do, but it's unlikely that I'm going to be putting it in my BoHo journal. Whee, hello. So ink around that does make a difference, honestly. Whee. There we go. Oh no. I've got my lace stuck in my ink pad. There we go. Right, so a bit of snail on there. And let's stick this music down. I think I probably need another little bit of snail along there, actually. They're great, aren't they, Paul? I'm really liking my snail. Well, my two snails. Actually, if I tell you where I bought them, then if you really want a snail, I think you should go and get one promptly, because they're on sale for £2 each instead of the £8 that they should be. Where did we get them from? Can you type it?
Yep.
Justin's going to type it for you, where we got them from. I was going to marry something else earlier, Shaz. You're quite right. I was going to marry Gesso, because that's another thing that you need in your life. Huh? Oh dear me. Right. Okay. So now, well, it's beginning to look nicer, isn't it? I think so. Anyway, beginning to look more interesting. So we're back to all of these bits. I don't think it needs any of that. That's quite nice. Actually, that's quite nice. I might just cut that down a bit. Put that along there. How about a bit of this? There is no right, there is no wrong. Honestly, there really isn't. It's whatever you feel like is right or wrong. I don't know about that so much. Let's see what else I've got. Oh, that's nice. That's nice, isn't it? I'm having that. Come on. I'm getting very attached to things. Right. This pink sari silk's just shouting at me. Use me. What about that? What about that? What about that? I don't know. Oh, I'm very tempted to, to always go with kind of straightforward stuff. But I want this to be a bit more. Hi CJ, I hope you're all right. I hope you're feeling okay. Yeah, snail, it's brilliant. I think Justin's going to put a comment on as to where you can buy them. Hi Angie, because as I say, at the moment they're on offer for £2 each, and get in quick, because like every day I'm going back and buying more. The more I love them. Right, so what am I doing here? What's going on? Just talking and not getting anything done. How about I put a bit of that on the background? I'll put that over the top. Yeah, might be getting places now. This green silk is very nice. But I need a topper. I need something to go on top. I could use one of my photographs. We are all wanderers on this earth. Our hearts are full of wonder and our souls are deep with dreams. Oh, that's kind of nice, isn't it? Let's cut that out. See what that looks like. This is the one on photo paper, so it's a bit shiny, which is really nice. It's not something I usually use. Yeah, that looks really, really nice there. Do you think? I think so. I am a dreamer. Oh, okay. Maybe not right in the middle. Maybe not that either. Right, okay, let's get something stuck down here because I'm faddling around. It could take me hours. This is where my time goes on a daily basis. What shall I stick where? Right, that is getting stuck there. And I'm cutting another bit above it. And that is getting stuck there. That's for sure and definite. Get your snails. It's brilliant for fabric. It's just so good. Right, so we've got something down. And this is really nice too. How about we bring that up to the top there like that? Well, that's got an angle on it that side, so that might be better. Yeah, we're making progress here. It's so easy to just, whoa, oh, I might have broken it again on my life. Yeah, broken that one again. It's fabric, it doesn't like it. Don't say I'm going to have to go back to my original blue. No, we're good. Need a little bit there. Excellent. Right, that's good. So, do I actually need any more on there at all? I'm so tempted to use this pink. I really am. I love it so much. Look, when you open it out, it's quite wide. Look at that. That would go so nicely there. Yeah, it would. It goes so nicely that's where it's going. Right, let's hope I don't ruin my snail again. Let's hold everything down. Yeah, it's coming out. Coming out perfectly. Right. Can you write who you bought sari silk from too? Been looking for ages, just didn't know what it was called. Yeah, I'll get Justin to do it once he's done the thingy. Well, I'll ask Justin to do it. Right, so that's that. Yeah, sari silk, it's just a very, very useful thing. So yeah, I think that looks fine. Looks fine to me. I'm actually going to put the thing on the back of here, because it seems to not be awfully fond of the fabric. Yeah, it's looking nice. Do you think? I reckon it is. It's kind of different from what I normally do, because I'm normally very whatever the word is. I don't know what the word is. Can't stop to think, people. How about a bit of that there? I really like that lace on against the plain blue. Whoa. I'm not to be trusted with these. Right, okay, so that's there. And I've already used pink, I've already used that, but maybe that's not a bad thing. Maybe it'll be okay there. Maybe I could use a bit of this, or I've got this. That's also quite blingy. Oh yeah, quite like that. Right, hang on to your hats. That worked. Not convinced it has. Oh yeah, now it's worked. Right, so this is just a scrap, but it is really, really, really shiny. Shiny sequin, shiny. Just cut that off. And cut that off at the top. There we are. And does that need a word or a phrase, or probably doesn't really need anything, but I could put poetry there, but then that's going to look a bit odd. I might just put something else on it and call it done. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. Look at that, it's beautiful. Actually goes quite well with that and that. So yeah, I'll just take a little bit of that. Whoops. Just need a little bit, put it up there. This was working better until I broke it this morning. Yeah, no. Let's try it on here. See if it likes it on there better. Oh, it is coming out now. What a fiddle. It's supposed to be easier. That's it. It's now coming out. Right. Don't want that bit. So I'll stick this bit down here. So there we are. I kind of think that we're done. I think. Could you put on, could you comment on this name on Etsy? That's the name of a shop on Etsy. Sue's Country. You've done it, have you?
It should be on there.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't looking. A nice glass of wine. How lovely for you. Sorry, Silk. Yes. I'm sure other people do them, but this lady is super speedy with her delivery, which suits me well, because honestly, when I order something, I want it there now. I've ordered some things from AliExpress, and I think with this blooming coronavirus, it's not helping my delivery. I think is probably the problem. I think I'm finished with this. I like it. It's different to my norm. It's a bit more relaxed, let's say. Let's shove all that in there. I like the paint. I like the words. There's no word on this. It's the only one that hasn't got a word on. I could put poetry on it. Yeah, let's put poetry on it because it's going to start to feel left out. Yeah, nice glass of wine, Caroline. How nice. Is it white or red? Oh, it could be rosé. Could be champagne. So be prepared, guys, for through the week. Some videos will be appearing on YouTube. I'll always put a link to my page to let you know when I've posted something. But there will be some videos going up this week. I want to really want to get this BoHo journal finished. And basically, really, after I've finished this page and the back of this page, then the only thing left to do is the covers. So I will be putting the videos for those up on YouTube. As I say, I'll let you know. I'll put a link down here. So that just goes onto a piece of paper. Something like this. Isn't this beautiful? I love it. So if that was our page, put that on, glue it down, and then fill it up with your tags. And that really is all I can tell you on this. I don't think there's much more. For those of you that were late, where were you? I'll just give you a quick walkthrough of our BoHo journal. It's a ring-bound journal. There's going to be 5 leaves. There's 4 here. This is going on the last one. And then there'll be a front cover and a back cover, which will be hard. There won't be wood. Some people make the covers out of wood. There won't be wood, but there'll be very stiff card, and they will be decorated front and back. So this was page 1. This is a little, it's held on with a brad. It's a little charm of a wind catcher with feathers hanging off, and it moves around. This notebook has got journaling pages in it, so you can write your whatever it is you need to write. Held there on a belly band. It's got a little dangly thing on the side, and it just slips back in when you want to pop it back in your journal. The back of this page has got 3 tags on. You can write anything you want on there, and they're held in place by another belly band, lace galore, and this shiny pink fabric down there. So that's page 1. This is page 2, the front of page 2. It's got journaling cards in and this envelope, which nearly cost me my life. This is the longest envelope ever in the world to make, and the video of it is on YouTube. Get yourself a coffee before you start, because you'll be screaming at the blinking video saying, "What are you doing, you silly woman?" This has got lace and bling and trim and whatever. It's a really pretty page. And on the back, we've got this little picture frame, which I've gilded, and this charm, which I also gilded. 2 big tags, journaling card and a tag in there. This has got sari silk on the top, and it's just lovely. I've used a lot of, I can't remember what you call them, liquid pearl stuff. Throughout this journal. It's just added a bit of something. And this, I mean, can you see that? Are you getting it? It's like super blingy. And these paper flowers, which actually came from Hobbycraft, and I really like them. They're just cut above your normal paper flowers. Bling down the side, just in case this bit wasn't enough. There's bling along the top of that pocket. As you can see, and this is shiny stuff. I mean, I'm calling this a BoHo journal. It's kind of Indian, and it's also kind of gypsy. It's all of those things mixed together. So this one, this has got notebooks in the back, more of the paper flowers here, 2 notebooks, 3 tags. Nice page, very shiny, very shiny. And on the back, more of the shine. And this is a journaling card, and I've sewn some, it's Polly Pocket actually, over the top. I've made a little pocket, and I've put some sequins in, which move around. So it's a shaker card. And there's more bling here, and in the middle of the flowers, and more along there, just in case you didn't have enough. So that's that one. And then this one's the last one that I've fully done. This is the front, and it's got 1 pocket. Well, it's got this tone edge pocket there, which is really nice. I like tone edges. It's double thickness because it's quite weak as a tone edge on its own. And I've put gesso over that and what have you. There's some medallion. Looks quite boho, and there's lace behind it. And 2 tags in there. This is sari silk, actual sari silk on there. And that's a sari silk holder, pull, whatever you want to call it. Bling down there, 2 tags in there that are made out of silk, bling there, and then this journaling, well, tag with more flowers on, sari silk, and this one, which is just beautiful sari silk. It must be for a wedding. It's got to be for a wedding, surely. It's just beautiful. You see it? Just gorgeous. So that's the front of that, and then on the back, this is very shiny. This is a little envelope that's got picture of Frida Kahlo and some liquid pearls, and I've bejazzled the envelope. 2 tags, a bit of a snippet roll down there, and you open it up and it's got, oh, I love this, Gypsy Love. It's printed on photo paper and it's so shiny, it's lovely. Just on my inkjet, nothing fancy. And it's got some more snippet roll down here. Now, if you weren't here at the beginning when I was telling you about snippet roll, any little bits that are cut off from my, when I'm doing stuff, I'll stick it in this box, my snippet box. And every now and then when it gets ridiculously full, I take a piece of card that's about 1/2 inch, I suppose, wide, and just keep adding snippets to it as you sew down. And if you get any bald bits, just go back over it and sew it again. And then I put some bling down the middle, and then you can use that whenever, wherever you want. You've always got it. Actually, having said that, these are the only 2 bits I've got left, but I'll make some more so they're available. And then this folds out. We've got journaling space there, 2 big pockets so you can add things of your own if you want to. And then this pad that comes all the way out. And it's got loads of paper in it. And when you want to pop it back in, it just slides back in, like so, and folds up, and there you go. So that's our 4 pages that are ready. We've got this one that you've just watched me do, and that's all ready, all set to go into another page. It needs some tags in it, obviously, and they need to be quite flat. It can't take much bulk, this one. So I've got some here that they need a bit of bejazzling, obviously. Oh, glory, I've got strings everywhere. But they just fit in. Put some tape or something on the top, so as the sari silk's ideal, so as you don't lose them for good and ever. And there you are. You can put wider ones in if you want to, longer ones, whatever floats your boat, takes your fancy. These are just ones that I happen to have to hand to show you. But this one here at the back, you can have this one, you can have a really, really long one. You could put a bookmark in there, should you desire. So guys, that's kind of all I've got to show you tonight, and I'm really sorry that it was perhaps not the most organised of lives, but it was fun, and to be honest, I really like what we've created. So I hope that you have a go at it. I hope you love junk journaling, because if you do, please post what you're doing over on Ms. Paint-A-Lot's art group. What do you want me to do? No. Or whatever you're doing in the art world, just post your pictures on the art group. I love to see what you've been up to, what you're doing. And if you could like my page, would be excellent. And if you could subscribe to my channel on YouTube, Miss Paint-A-Lot. You'll always find me. I am Miss Paint-A-Lot. So you'll find me on YouTube, Instagram, here, wherever, you'll find me as Miss Paint-A-Lot. It's been great having your company tonight. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you very, very much. And oh, thank you. There's some nice comments there. Thank you very much. And I shall see you all next Thursday. But don't forget, I'll be doing some videos in the meantime. I'll be posting them up on YouTube. So if you want to have a look, save me speaking to myself, because you feel all right. You really do feel a ninny when you're doing a video, because you're speaking away to yourself. So see you next Thursday at 6 o'clock. Thanks for joining. Bye.